In our video series on my top 10 organizational behaviors that undermine performance, today I'd like to talk about number 9, short-term thinking. Whether it is cash flow pressures, investor expectations, or quarterly budget cycles, they create powerful incentives for short-term thinking that could gradually undermine long-term organizational health. When reward systems prioritize immediate results over sustainable practices, rational people make irrational decisions that boost today's numbers while undermining tomorrow's success. This isn't about willpower or values. It's about predictable human responses to incentive structures. When salespeople are rewarded for deals closed this quarter, regardless of customer fit, do they oversell and create future customer dissatisfaction? When managers are evaluated on annual cost reduction, do they defer essential investments in training and maintenance, pushing inevitable problems down the road? Let's consider the opioid crisis. Pharmaceutical companies paid sales reps based on prescription volume increases. Doctors received speaking fees and consulting payments. Did they also influence the healthcare system to designate pain as the fifth vital sign, elevating it to the same mandatory assessment level as temperature, pulse, blood pressure, and respiration, while linking patient satisfaction scores to pain management effectiveness? These incentives ultimately were found responsible for creating a long-term public health dilemma. Research by McKinsey shows that companies focused on long-term value creation outperform short-term focused peers by 47% in revenue growth and in 36% in earnings growth over a 15-year period. Yet most organizations continue a focus on short-term metrics that undermine sustainability. The fix is straightforward. Stop rewarding people for decisions that hurt your company later. If you give sales commissions, measure whether those customers actually stick around and pay on time, and hold people accountable. If someone gets a bonus for cutting costs, check back to see if those costs created bigger problems. Don't let budget pressure force you to skip equipment maintenance, employee training, or the investments that keep your business healthy. When hiring or promoting managers, ask about the long-term results of their previous decisions, not just whether they hit last year's numbers. Organizations need to promote and incentivize a mindset that supports their long-term value proposition.
Thank you for joining us today on the Consultant's Corner.